time. I don't wanna be morose, but I guess that's how it goes. I try to live every day, but the fact still doesn't change. It's like you're part of the show and you're never in control. I try to get it up my mind, but I think it all the time. I don't wanna be morose, but I guess that's how it goes. I try to live every day, but the fact still doesn't change. It's like you're part of the show and you're never in control.
There is the WNBA in NBA 2K now. That's really cool because it's the first year that we were doing it. How do you think this helps the league?
Oh man, it helps us out so much. I mean, I'm not a gamer, so I'm not really into it, but you know, I'm always either somebody on my Instagram or someone on Twitter or someone that just comes up to me in like Target and they're like, yo, like who's dope on the game, like this, that, third. And I'm like, wow, like that's pretty cool. It's bringing attention to us like that. And I think it's a lot of fun.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Miami Heat. For Miami, there's a 12-game difference between them and the conference leaders, but they're still in the mix when it comes to the playoff discussion. And fellas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shaq, you bestowed him with your nickname, Superman.
Superman is in the building.
Let me tell you something about Antetokounmpo. I know that's not the correct spelling, but every time he does a play, I'd be so excited I can't even say. I think this. I'll just say Antetokounmpo. Anyway, Ernie, he runs the floor, has the skill. Every time he's around that area in the paint, no jump hooks, no finger rolls. He's throwing it down, and he plays with such fierce. That's why I gave him my name. Antetokounmpo is the new Superman.
Well, Giannis is too, and he's unstoppable, and Superman is in the building.
I'm going to let you say it this time.
I tell you what, if you can say his name correctly, his last name correctly.
And here were the Heat coming into the building earlier on, looking as dapper as ever. Their goal, as always, protect their home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach, glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Antetokounmpo.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Brenner matchup tonight, indicative of a growing trend. Last season was the 8th straight that teams took more three-pointers than the year before.
Well, Kevin, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics.
Right.
So more and more teams adopting this, pace and space mentality. And the interesting thing on the back end of it, Kevin, though, is over the next 3 years, how are teams equipping their rosters with players who are capable of doing this? We're seeing more and more bigs be able to shoot threes. That's where the game's going.
Excellent point. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Joe Ingles is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Miami, Green is out there with Lowry. Then it's Clint Capella. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Robertson in at the 3. Just 2 to shoot. Can't connect from short range. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Magic. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. James outside. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Robertson finds Lowry. Pass to Capella. 11 feet away. The shot comes out, and it's Boston the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Three-pointer, Lowry. And Cantor pulls it down.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Now, here's Robertson. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boston.
Here's LeBron. There's the pass to Cantor. Back to James. Passes it to Middleton. 5 to shoot. For the 3. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
There's the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Back to James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And he makes the first. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
Now, here's Lowry. He had 25 points in the win against Detroit.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. the backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the fourth seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Here's James following the basket by Giannis. James kicks to Kuzma. And it's Miami with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
The Heat have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Markieff Morris has checked in for Boston. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well, a little bit each year, Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
Cantor, the pass to James. Yep, that one goes in there. LeBron's got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Robertson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lowry has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Middleton dishes to LeBron. To the inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now here's Giannis. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Detroit.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Celtics. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Heat right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And I think for Boston, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
And once the playoffs do arrive, they won't be intimidated. They got underdogs early on, but during the course of the regular season, they've proven they can handle any situation and any opponent, no matter how tough.
And so Green will bring it up for the Heat. Here's Giannis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
Now Cantor. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Frank, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. Giannis with it. 12 points for him. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Capella sends it back. Now here is Lowry. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Capella with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Middleton with it. Lowry picks him up. Launches it. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3. Middleton's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Celtics. Here's Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
First free throw is good. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Burks. And yes, it's good.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Here's Giannis. Oh, that was huge.
Incredible.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. Burks finds James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Boston making some changes. Alex Len comes in for Kanter. And it's Mills in for Chris Middleton. Good on the second free throw. Here's Nunn. Outside Lowry. High arcing shot. Pass to Nunn. Shot clock at 6. With some arc, and the basket is good. And the Heat lead by 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bounce pass Mills. Here's James. Back to Mills. Dishes at the land. James outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
A five-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And the first one at the line is good. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Boston. And so he makes both from the line.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Mills finds Len. Now Burks. Capella covering. Burks the pass to Korver. And here's Len. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Burks for three. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, his last 10 games have been exceptional. 5th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Now here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Burks. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Mills. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Boston again missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Lowry inside the line. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's Burks. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Miami ball. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Heat. Ilyasova. There's a minute 47 left here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Korver. Pass to Burks. And here's Morris for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Nunn passes to Ilyasova. Here's Nunn. Giannis outside. Just 4 to shoot. Morris with the rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Antetokounmpo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And he can't get the first one. Joe Harris is checked in for the Heat. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kyle Lowry. He doesn't get the second one.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
So it's the Celtics now. The Heat getting the bucket. Outside Korver. Giannis against Morris. Here's the floater. Burks can't get it to go.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the pass to Ilyasova. Over Burks. That one wide left. Korver gets a wide open look. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Miami. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back to the action after this word. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game, even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Antetokounmpo is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Ilyasova finds Giannis. Here's Kuzma, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Robertson, he's checked in for Bjelica. Then for the Celtics, Cantor, he's checked in for Len. And it's Joe Ingles in for Burks. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Out to Kuzma. Now here's Mills, guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Back to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty-Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Miami. The Celtics also changing it up. Chris Middleton's checked in for Korver. And James subbed in for Patty Mills. Middleton finds Kuzma. The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Jackson against James. Jackson looking it over. Giannis outside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Giannis. Ilyasova's got his first 2 points. Now a timeout called by Boston. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up. Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Chris Middleton. And that one drops.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again, maybe this season.
Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Middleton. Miami grabs the miss.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Heat leading by 15. On the wing, Robertson. No good with the triple. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ingles dishes to James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
How about LeBron's patience there? The defender biting on the pump fake. Hard to stay down. It's LeBron James.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4.
And 74%, yeah, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
That free throw missing.
And as many times as we've seen him at the free throw line tonight, I think by now we know what's going to happen.
And the Heat making a change here. Capella's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They lead by 14. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's Miami now. Capella, the pass to Robertson. Green kicks to Robertson. 6 on the shot clock. All sorts of time. Miami no good on that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
It's LeBron with the drive and the dunk by James.
I love LeBron being shifty on that play. Outstanding at going right to the rack with that size, strength, and speed.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's LeBron. 12 points for him. Ingles finds James, and the shot goes in. LeBron's got 14.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Jackson. Antetokounmpo dishes to Jackson. Over James, Jackson misses.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Ingles passes to LeBron. Now here's Cantor. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Robertson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And stolen by LeBron. Over Jackson. And it's James missing.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Now here's Jackson. 8 points his last outing. 6 to shoot. Green against Kuzma. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Enes Kanter. Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 29. Shoots the three. Drills it from outside. Giannis has got 11 points in the quarter.
I don't think there's anything Giannis cannot do on the basketball court if he's doing that, because then you start saying things, Kevin, like, I don't think there's something he can't do. Did I say that already?
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
And some changes here for the Heat. Nunn's checked in, and it's Lowry in for Reggie Jackson. Boston also with the sub. Morris is checked in. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game. Taking a look here at some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging 40 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Now here's Giannis. 32 points in the game. But they recover it. Nunn passes to Lowry. From deep, Green. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kuzma finds James. Fires the three. Offensive rebound, Celtics. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. James has got 19 points.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here's Nunn, defended by Middleton. Nunn passes to Lowry. From the arc, and he's good on the three ball. Lowry's got 12 in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now here's Middleton. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Orlando.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kuzma.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Kyle Lowry. LeBron with the bucket.
It's so difficult to stop him. Even when you hit him or pull at him or tug him or talk to him, but none of it works.
Here's Nunn, defended by Middleton, and good that time. He has 5. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his side.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use. Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
And some changes here for the Heat. Bielitsa, he checks in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joe Harris is subbed in for Danny Green. Then for the Celtics, Alex Lenz checked in for Enes Kanter. Korver comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and Alec Burks subbed in for Chris Middleton. No luck that time either. Celtics trail by 6. Here's LeBron. That one misses. Good work defensively by Capella. Nunn passes to Lowry. Here's the teardrop. He's off on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Outside Korver from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Capella's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Nunn passes to Lowry. Here's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Lowry's got 15 points.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Len finds James. Makes it off the glass.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's Nunn. Burks covering. Lowry passes to Nunn. Back to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's LeBron. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Works for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Nunn. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes to Capella. He kicks to Lowry. Over James. Lowry can't get that one to fall.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Heat lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 32 points, 2 blocked shots, and 2 assists. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight, he's got it going again. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, the Greek Freak, he said in his interview that he's low-key. But you saw in the first half, he got that rare inner passion for the game. Kind of like Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan. They just destroy you quietly.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Here we go now. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Celtics trail by 7. On the court for the Celtics, they've got LeBron James. Enes Kanter is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Ingles in at the small forward position. Now here's Kuzma. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Shoots from the baseline. Robertson can't hit. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Boston Celtics. James misses.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
They get the rebound, and Giannis throws it down.
I mean, that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Middleton looking it over. Pass to LeBron. Over Robertson. Boston again missing.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Now here's Middleton. 8 points for him, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Looking now at the numbers for Middleton. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 10th in free throw shooting, 11th in three-point field goal percentage, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Now, here's Lowry. He's got 18, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Celtics trail by 11. LeBron outside. Out to Kuzma. Offline with his 3.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Pass to Kuzma. And here's Kanter. Ingles finds Kanter. Nice ball movement by Boston. A floater and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game. First one falls. And James drills them both. The Heat leading by 11. Now the pass to Lowry. Here's Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 38 in the game. Shot clock at 6. That one goes. Count it.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Three trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. James looking it over. And it's Miami with the rebound. Robertson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, and he's got 41. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry inside the line. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Middleton. D right on him. And stolen by Kuzma. On the wing, Ingles. Sinks the triple. Ingles has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Outside, Green. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And the Heat lead by 14. And so James will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Passes it to Kuzma. Pass to Cantor. And here's Ingles outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
James against Lowry. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Miami. Jackson comes in for Danny Green. Mills, he's checked in for the Celtics. And he's good on the second. The Heat leading by 12. Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. Now here's Robertson. Ingles covering. Jackson passes to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Robertson the bounce pass. From deep, Giannis. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mills looking it over. Middleton outside. And here is Ingles. He has 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Lowry passes to Giannis. And he converts the layup. Giannis has got 43 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Heat. Now Mills. Cantor inside. Bielitsa's there. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 11. Giannis dishes to Lowry. Back to Giannis. Down low, Jackson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 4th assist in this one.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Now, here's Ingles. He's got 9, just 3 to shoot. Here's Cantor. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Lowry kicks to Bielitsa. Pass to Jackson. Plays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Lowry with the ball. 20 points for him. The pass to Bielitsa. On the wing, Giannis. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Passes it to Kuzma. Kicks it to Cantor. Pass to Ingles. Back to Cantor. Now here's Mills. Good on the triple. Mills has got 5 points so far.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Ingles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Celtics, Joe Ingles. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Lenz checked in for Cantor. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Burks in for Chris Middleton. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Miami leading by 12. Nunn passes to Capella. Now here's Robertson. Lets it fly and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The 4th spot held by Clint Capella.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
Green, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. Free throw drops for Ingles. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Heat leading by 11. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his third assist on the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now here's Len. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Giannis high post. Steps back and shoots. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Heat lead by 15.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. To get out in transition there.
Now here's Len. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mills. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Mills has got 5 points in the quarter.
For a guy who makes his living behind the three-point line, Mills looks comfortable there, taking it inside.
Capella, the pass to Giannis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Alex Len picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
For Miami, they have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
2.
He misses the free throw. And the Heat making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Mills. He has 7. Pass to Burks. And it's Miami with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Antetokounmpo passes to Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's Ingles. 12 points for him. Shot left block. It's hauled in by the Heat. Giannis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And the dunk by Giannis.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Celtics trail by 20. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Mills. He's got 7. Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Will it go? Doesn't go for him. And it's Miami the other way. A floater, and the layup good by Lowry. Lowry's got 22 points.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Mills. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Morris, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Miami, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, if we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
Well, he wants his guys to just play their game.
And Brad Stevens is a realist. Kevin, he knows even if they don't get this win, that it's huge that his guys at least learn something from this game.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Ilyasova, Lowry out there with Harris, and then there's Antetokounmpo and it's Ojale in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Len, good on the bucket. Len's got his first bucket in this one.
Pretty good concentration there. The more touches Len is getting on the inside, it seems like the confidence is growing.
Lowry drawing the double team. That's good from Harris on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now here's Edwards. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Giannis grabs the miss. Miami's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And they pick up 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin, and that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Now here's Henson on the wing. Korver, he dishes it to Burks. Shot clock at 6. He gets that one.
Alec Burks.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Allen outside. Here's Antetokounmpo, and another one falls.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Ilyasova against Edwards. There's the pass to Len. He kicks it to Burks. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Giannis with it. Now guarded by Len. And Giannis throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside Korver. Now the feed to Henson. And the rejection by Giannis. And the jingle by Antetokounmpo.
The muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. Can
you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what
Yes.
Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Allen after Kyle Korver's bucket. Allen dishes to Ilyasova. Harris passes to Bielitsa. Giannis outside. Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Edwards against Allen. Pass to Henson. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
did you?
frankly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Korver against Harris. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Allen outside. Launches a three. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's sent back by Allen. And so Allen will bring it up for the Miami Heat. To Ilyasova. That's tipped. Hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. So Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Here's Harris after the basket by Boston. 6 to shoot. And Ilyasova kicks to Harris. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Edwards passes to Henson. And here's Len. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Edwards. And here's Korver, guarded by Harris. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And Korver is just a pure shooter. He loves getting looks like that.
Harris outside. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Here's Nunn. Kicks it to Harris. The pass to Ilyasova. Back to Harris. Can they get it? And Boston with the rebound. Korver's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Fantastic pass from Korver there to a teammate who is left all alone, seeing the court well.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
She repeated like a parrot in a parrot. She gon' keep I'ma never win. Where your was at when I was sleeping on the couch and in the whip? Probably with another. I'm on another tip. My skin so tense, strength on strength, 1 on 10 against me. I won't break, I don't bend. Watch your statements, guard your chin, guard your heart, guard your light. Find your sin, mind your likeness. You doing without, cause she ain't looking within. But if you ever in doubt, get it suspended.
Yeah, for life, baby, I'm dressed for the baby girl, I'm your soldier. But tripping like this, back and forth, wonder who gon' hold you. Everybody, somebody to hold 'em down. Everybody.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. The Heat have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Passes it to Harris. Trying to end the drought. That one a little long.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it's in there.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Allen. Here's Ojale, guarded by Korver. Here's Nunn. Allen outside for the 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Benson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, Oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Nunn. There's the dish to Harris. Leonard, the pass to Nunn. Allen outside, trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Edwards. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Korver, good. 3.
That's really Korver's game in a nutshell. The catch and fire mentality is what has made him such a special player in this league for a long time.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Outside Korver. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And here are the Heat now after Kyle Korver hitting the 3. Harris finds Leonard, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Leonard!
And the Heat lead by 18. Now Len. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
I've been tired of the useless. I've been tired of the using.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For
they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. See them hate, that's the biggest mistake. Being great, so I see them a rape. Cheesecake, need it all on my plate. Overseas, I ain't switching the state. London ace in it, eating a steak. Told mama I'ma give what it takes. Young boss and I'm cleaning the slate. High risk, yeah, I'm raising the stakes. They moving iffy, they can't fishy. Young and in charge, so I'm seeing them envy. Not with the talking, I'm not with the pity. Need a it don't gotta be Nikki. Swear that I feel like the POTUS. I need me a Lotus. I'm not really fond of the Bentley. Nobody hotter, you notice, cause all of them bogus. You shouldn't tip me. I see my power, feel like I'm 50. I'm a devour, that is a Fendi. I got them sour, still you a. They want me slipping, they want me to fall. Feel like I'm Pippin, I'm standing in tall. I'm on a mission and finish them all. Special edition, I got them appalled. No friends, I be chilling alone. Don't be hitting my phone. They be fakes, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone, get in my zone. They be weak, they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. No friends, I be chilling alone. Don't be hitting my phone. They be fake, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone, get in my zone. They be weak, they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. None of you next to me, this is my specialty. I'm gonna rip it especially. I gotta do it excessively. No one ahead of me, unless we talking to better me. Taking it, no, they ain't letting me. You know my energy, bitch, she could gather assemblies. Trying to compare like a simile. I got the loudest sound, don't mean a symphony. Remember they tried to belittle me. Now I got bills like I'm Hillary. Don't really care if you feeling me. I know that you ain't as ill as me. Changing the game and he opening eyes. Knew I would do it, this ain't a surprise. Work through the hating and telling me lies. Still I've been winning like taking the prize. No friends, I be chilling alone. Don't be hitting my phone. They be fake, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get